Okay. Well, can you tell us why you're running for common pleas judge
Sure.
right now at this time?
As I mentioned, 30 years plus when I was with my law partner Jerry Savoy, we handled the cases that we litigated. They were mostly in the common pleas court. So my experience prior to taking this position as a municipal court judge was primarily in the common pleas courts. That's where I lived. That was where I worked. I'm comfortable with it. I think I know how to handle those cases. The other thing that is going on now, to answer your question about why now, my term ends in 2023.
Okay.
In October 18th of 2023, I turned 70.
Okay.
You can't run for election. You can't take the position once you're 70. So I missed.
I got you.
If I was in my mom's womb for another 2.5 months,
It would have worked out.
then I would be able to run for election and take this position and maintain it for another 6 years. I can't do that.
Okay.
I enjoy being a judge. I would enjoy being a judge in the common pleas court. I can run for that position the year prior, so 2022. There's a position that's opening in the common pleas court in Lorain County. Judge Mark Bedleski is going to retire, and I would like to throw my hat into that ring to see if I can be elected to that position.
Okay.
I would, again, I would enjoy it. I think I would be good at it. I've had the experience, and that's my selling point to people is I've done this now for years and been educated about, by the Supreme Court as to, how to be a good judge, and so we'll see. But
Okay.
that's the plan. That's the reason.
Well, you have such a young attitude and so much energy. I would think the citizens of Lorain County would do very well to have you as a judge.
It's still going to be a name game, so I've got to get out there and get my name out there, so people, when they walk into or they make a decision at home when they do the absentee, that Bilancini, I know that guy.
What surprised you about being a judge when you? You were an attorney, and then you did these other things. What kind of surprised you about being a judge?
The people who are watching this can see that I've got your list of questions here, and I wrote down some notes for that. And I was trying to remember what I wrote down, and what I wrote down was what surprised me is how, and it continues today, that I, every once in a while, I'll think to myself, God, I'm not good enough to do this job. They call you Your Honor, and they all rise when you walk in the room. Mm-hmm. I still haven't gotten used to that, even after 16 years doing this job. But I suppose the surprise would be that I still don't think I'm good enough to do this job. But
Okay.
I know that I am, but it crosses my mind.
Well, being humble, there's nothing wrong with that.
Anyway, that surprises me that I continue to think that. But it happens, and then, so anyway.
Well, the reason I'm wearing a tie today is because out of respect for your office and for you.
Well, that's the thing about, it's the respect for the office, certainly not respect for me, but yeah, and that's important. That's important because that, it allows me to then more easily show respect for the people who appear in front of me, and it should force every judge to do that, to pay respect to the system, pay respect to the parties, and just do your job.
Do you get discouraged sometimes? You
I
see
really
a lot
don't. When I read that question, I don't just get discouraged. It's a job where there's a lot of satisfaction, and as I mentioned, every day to go in, you can do something good for people. I guess the discouragement would be that you're not successful if you try to help somebody out who is usually a drug or alcohol issue.
Yeah.
And,
Right,
you know,
right.
people have died who have appeared before me because they've overdosed, and that's discouraging, I suppose. And alcohol issues, they've been in front of you once, you tried to help them and put them in a good position, they come back, that's discouraging. But it's the way it goes.
Human nature, once those drugs get a hold of you, get their hooks into you,
Right.
it's very difficult to
No,
come out of it.
No question, no question.
What advice would you give someone who's wants to become a lawyer, a judge?
Yeah. You got to get elected, as we talked.
That's important.
And so therefore, you need to be involved in the community. You have to be involved in your church if you go to church. You have to, people have to know you. People have to know your name to be elected. So that's one as far as getting elected. But then in terms of doing your job, know the law.
Get the kind of experience that you got.
Sure. Hopefully have the experience of being in a judicial position.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Judge. And as I said before, the citizens of Lorain County, Avon Lake and Lorain County, I think we do well having you as a judge in the future.
Thanks, Rudy.